I think if you look at the path to purchase for any business, understanding the intent from the messaging that you're outbounding to the consumer and building campaigns to pick on relevant audiences through technology and service teams, that's how you win in market.
This is Velocitize Talks, and I'm Eric Jones. I'm here with Mark Avedissian, the Managing Director of ReachLocal ANZ. Mark, it's good to have you.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about ReachLocal and your unique value proposition in the marketplace.
Sure, love to. So ReachLocal, we've been in the digital marketing arena for over a decade, 14 years. We are owned as part of the Gannett Group, the USA Today network structure. And we've built our business helping local businesses grow in local markets. So our value prop is really taking the pain away from the complexities of marketing strategies, giving our clients the opportunity to grow their audience, drive added strategies to drive engagement within their customer base and generate leads that they can follow up to become customers.
You have a varied background, in tech and finance, sales. How does that background help you, in your client engagements to have them, more fully embrace digital marketing? Yeah,
sure. No, really good question, Eric. So, look, I think any business leader needs a bit of financial acumen as well as sales experience and having a more rounded commercial nature. When we deal with a lot of these business owners, a lot of their problems are, we start with their problem statement. So our business doesn't go in to solve solution X. We go in to solve the problem that business has. And we do it in a way where it's consultative selling. So the leadership that myself and our leadership team bring to our clients is to firstly understand what is it that they're trying to achieve. And we look at, traditional problems like cash flow, generating leads, high cost of acquisition of a client, cost of acquisition via an expensive sales force, especially in this market, and also helping them with big agency tactics at the small level. So we help businesses across the scale, but our sweet spot is local businesses in local markets using local data. And one of the things we do is we help small businesses grow. They're on their own. They can either learn to do these things on their own. It's an opportunity cost for themselves. Quite often it's the business owner learning how to do marketing instead of focusing on their business. They're up against big brands. They don't have big brand budgets. And the digital realm helps them substantially when they partner with someone like ReachLocal. They get access to all the insights. They get access to a platform, optimization, AI, and service teams.
Obviously, every client situation is unique, but in the sort of recent past, are there commonalities in terms of the challenges that you see coming up over and over again?
Yeah, look, the commonalities would be anywhere from which strategy to use, are my dollars being spent wisely? Is it actually generating leads? Thankfully, digital has an incredible footprint of data, which proves return on investment. But that being said, look, traditional means, above-the-line media, outdoor radio, TV, all those strategies work. There's no stopgap for each business. Each business does definitely benefit from reaching more relevant, targeted audiences that have intent. So, capturing that consumer at the right stage of their buying journey is totally relevant for any business, regardless of which vertical they're in. I think the more that we can help businesses understand that digital marketing can attract consumers that are highly relevant to that business and show them their consumer journey. I think the common ground is a business needs to know exactly what their customer journey is. We help them with that.
Mm-hmm. The internet has sort of been the great democratizer. It's helped the SMB go global right from the get-go. But that comes, with the challenge too. It means they're immediately thrust into a broader competitive environment. How are you helping them, these SMBs navigate that more complex environment?
So with any branding, I mean, if you look back at my career, I know you asked that question earlier. There's, I've worked for really big international brands, so American Express, Dell, Vodafone, some really big brands. So they have the advantage of doing branding work, a lot of work around trust, a lot of work around reviews. The benefit to local businesses now is with the net, you can quite quickly become viral, provided you've got the right strategies in place. That being said, there's a lot of basics that still need to be done. Do you have the right SEO strategy? Do you have your name, location, place sorted? Do you have good trust review ratings on Google My Business, for instance? So we coach them on what good can look like, and we provide them with audit's a terrible word. We give them a health check to look at the current state of their business in their competitive environment. Really, digital is incredibly powerful for developing trust, developing a customer journey that creates fans for whatever that business is.
The youngest generation among us, Gen Z, is increasingly skeptical about, reviews and the nature of reviews and who's doing those reviews and whether those reviews are actually trustworthy. I think that's particularly important in the SMB space. Wonder if you could comment on that and how you're helping, SMBs navigate this very, very important space.
I saw this in the early days. Publishers need to be very careful with the way that they provide content to the public. There's the whole fake news thing that's going on. Voice search, it's hit and miss at the moment because of just the sheer volume of information that's out there. And then when you bundle all of that with content around the trustworthiness of a brand or a business, it becomes quite exciting for the consumer. The consumers will do research. They'll do their own pull research. They'll be using their devices, their phones. And if you are not ranking highly and you do not tackle reviews, both good and bad, coming into your own homepage or your Google site, Google My Homepage, you're not going to be a trusted advisor brand. So really, we don't necessarily coach businesses to take full control of ourselves, take control of their content strategy. But we certainly give them guidance around what a good content strategy can look like. And we have various products to help them with review management, active review management, sorting out, the organic rankings, how they look, providing them with tools such as Suite IQ, for instance, which is an online review management tool. It's a listings tool. Real basic things like when a user goes to search for a business, are you found? Do you have a very good SEO strategy? Are you buying SEM, search engine marketing? Are you being found accurately? Does your name, location, place rank accurately, organically? It's amazing how many businesses get their landing pages wrong, bit of mismatch here and there, and it creates the wrong thing. Are your opening hours correct across various sites if you've got multi-site or store locations? So there's some real basics that they can get right. However, the review side of things is, do you have a content marketing strategy? Do you understand your customer? Do you have an active understanding of that customer journey? Who you think you represent to in the market, is that being reflected in your brand worthiness online?
You just mentioned voice. How should SMBs begin to wade into voice and begin to think about using that as a tool in their arsenal?
Voice changes the way that people are searching. But really, the path to purchase, the consideration phase of their buying purchase cycle, that doesn't go away. So traditional means of marketing, where small businesses need to succeed is ensuring that they're not wasting the money on ads that are mass reach. Using a business like ReachLocal with smart business optimization, our SEM product has been doing it for over a decade. Bid optimization, we do both AI-based bids, which drives a high conversion of leads that are actually, converting through keywords that actually result in a call, a phone call, an email, or a form fill. We've now just switched on smart optimization on our social products. So ReachLocal are actually first to market with smart ads that sit on Facebook and Instagram. Again, it's managing basically multiple campaign strategies in one umbrella, where you can have multiple ad groups with multiple ads, and it'll optimize accordingly based on the goals that a client chooses. So bot-based technology like search that's kind of the means to find a business, the means to, it's not really going to take away the merit of having a multifaceted digital marketing strategy. So doing a bit of SEO, doing content marketing in-house, doing search engine marketing to make sure that you're found, and you're ranking well, having some retargeting in place. If it's a geolocation-based service, have you thought about geofencing? I think those things trump search via voice at this point. Internet of Things is here and now. Fridges, ordering milk. You still need to have the advertising, the branding advertising, before all of that consideration phase. There still has to be that there to make sure that that brand is being chosen over another. So the search piece, it's an interesting one to watch. It'll be really interesting to see how Google and Alexa, how those technologies do the full consumer journey to track the individual based on all the different accounts that they're signed in on, and if it's location based, how the phone networks can join the dots. We're not quite there yet. So I think that's kind of the next evolution of your question, how search will form. Gen Zs in particular are quite snappy and short with their attention spans. I can relate to that sometimes myself. So, a small business needs to ensure that they're not posting a 5-minute video on their Facebook paid ad or a 10-minute YouTube video. It needs to be 30 seconds. All the content needs to be in the first 10 seconds. We can help with all of that in their strategies.
Nice. Do you think we're at the point of content saturation? How do you counsel your clients on how to approach that opportunity and that challenge?
Thankfully, ReachLocal, we can default back to our technology and our service team. So, the benefit for a small, medium business, an SMB or a sort of smaller to large business, we can do the big branding work that a lot of the larger brands have in market. They would normally default to the agencies. We do that through our smart technology. So we'll start a campaign quite a broad audience, and through our bid optimization, it'll narrow down to only spend on those that are generating events. And they can track those leads through our technology stack. And we own this technology stack. This is our own IP. We spend a lot of money on this stack. That's the benefit that we provide to our businesses. And really that's, I think if you look at the path to purchase for any business, understanding the intent from the messaging that you're outbounding to the consumer and building campaigns to pick on relevant audiences through technology and service teams, that's how you win in market.
How do you think about marketing to Gen Z for your SMB clients differently than you might other generations?
So strictly speaking, the SMB clients that we deal with, really, they need to know their target audience. We can help them with that. The relevance of the age group, demographic, sex, age, location, they're all built into the specific requirements on, are they generating leads that convert? So really the path to the Gen Z, is it relevant for the business nature that we're working with? So for instance, say a sample of one of our verticals like plumbing. Is it the Gen Zs that are doing the research and making the phone calls to fix the broken tap? So I think, yes, the Gen Z, the Gen Y, the millennials, the empty nesters, all the different generations, there are varying degrees on how they research their path to purchase. But again, our business ReachLocal, really understands that customer journey and builds campaigns to ensure that they're not wasting money on their marketing effort. They're generating phone calls that convert to leads, and we show them the right solutions to do that. From a Gen Z use of technology, it certainly has changed. They're always connected, they're easily distracted, they are getting bombarded with, the publishers themselves. They've got to be very careful with, say, CBS, for instance, where I've worked previously. They prided themselves on the content they created. They're church and state journalists. They review products like laptops. They're very proud that they weren't biased by a paid takeover skin and a banner ad takeover from Dell, for instance, to make sure that it was going to be an unbiased review. So Gen Zs do have a different buying pattern. However, it's the businesses themselves that need to understand their customer audience.
We live in an age, there's been this amazing proliferation of technology, particularly in the marketing, technology area. What technology are you most excited about in terms of what the potential it can potentially bring to the SMB?
Yeah, we're seeing it today. I think machine learning, AI, it's incredible. It's here. It's now. Google finally switched on some optimization that we've been doing for years. The more that we simplify you've got bots, you've got examples such as live chat. We use live chat with most of our clients have live chat. So being able to benefit from some automation, not just to drive a better campaign with lower cost per lead or lower cost per click or CPM, whatever the metrics are, being able to provide a service that's easy, making it easy for our clients, making it easy for their consumers. For instance, the chat-based products for live chat to consult with a bot initially or a person, depending on what products are being selected, that's incredibly powerful for a consumer. They've got always-on access to submit a form or a question or a real-time chat to a business to have them follow up and hopefully sell you something. I think that's incredible. I think the machine learning around voice search is incredible. Augmented reality, the general practice that's in use even today, the combination of being able to pull out your phone and having instructions with GPS coordinations to guide you to a store that you may have been geofenced for through an ad. So you're sort of joining the online offline conversion. That's where it's going to become really interesting, and it's here now. So online to offline conversion, joining the dots between your TV, your outdoor, your radio, your traditional means, through to online with retargeting, through to physical purchase. That's where machine learning and big data comes into play. Businesses that do not understand big data, do not have their own data stack for insights and analytics, they are going to suffer in the next few years. The technology curve it's like that.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
That was Mark Avedissian, Managing Director at ReachLocal ANZ.